Good morning, YouTube. Good morning to all our subscribers. This is Reliable Mom. And guess who I have back there?
Gia,
Yeah, so Gia, what do you want to tell the people? Every time we go on, we have to remind our audience to do what?
like, comment, subscribe.
But subscribe is the main thing we need everybody that watch our videos to do. So Gia was saying like, comment, and subscribe. So yes, please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already done so. And we came this morning, we wanted to do a video and giving you our views on the movie we watched called, it was on Netflix. Gia, is it called Ugliest? The Ugliest?
The uglies.
Yeah.
Uglies.
The Uglies? The Uglies. Yeah.
No,
It's
it's just uglies.
Okay, it's called Uglies. That's the title of the movie. It's on Netflix. It's in between 1 and 10. You know how they rate it in the country or whatever. Yeah, so it was like number 2 when we watched it a couple of days ago, but I'm sure it's gonna go to number 1. But yeah, it's called Ugliest or Uglies. Uglies. Okay, Uglies. So Gia, you go ahead and give your opinion on how you felt about the movie Uglies.
I liked it. We read a little scene from it earlier before the movie came out. We read about it in ELA class, so it was cool to watch the movie. The movie was actually really good.
What made it good? Like, what was so good about the movie?
Because it wasn't like a low budget film. They had a lot of like good actors in it. They had a lot of actors that I like seen before in it. They had really like they had a good message that you can't really fix yourself. Like making you pretty doesn't erase all your problems.
So in your opinion, it had a message of making yourself pretty doesn't erase all your problems. How else you felt about it? Are you ready for me to give my take and my opinion on Uglies?
It was good. I liked it. I didn't like how they killed the dad, but besides that, it was good.
Spoiler alert. That's what you just gave them. Whoever didn't see Uglies, Gia just spoiled some of it. Yeah. Well, it happens, you know. Well, let me give you a Reliable Mom's take on the movie Uglies. Gia said it's not the ugliest, it's not the ugliest, it's called Uglies. I clicked on it because I just got off work and I was in one of those moods like, hey Gia, come on, let's watch a movie. I was like in one of those moods where it didn't even matter what I watched. So when I went to Netflix to see to make a choice of what movie to watch, it was in one of those number one between 1 and 10 in the country. So I think it was 2. So I clicked on it. I'm like, gee, okay, I found something for us. So we sat down, we were having our dinner and we were watching it. But when I read over what the movie was about, I'm like, really? So basically this movie is about, it's like a futuristic type of movie. So it's a little bit like of a sci-fi movie. So it's like the setting is like maybe 40, 50, 100 years away from now. So you got these group of kids that live I don't know where they live. They all live together and they can't wait to turn 16 so they can have their plastic surgery, and then they live in Prettyville or in another town because they had their plastic surgery to change how they look. It makes them more prettier. But it was a girl, the main character. Her best friend was a guy, and they made a promise to each other that because he turned 16 before her. So when you reach 16 that morning, you I think the day before, not that morning, the day before, it's like they meet with everybody and they call your name, and the next day you're going off to that land to have the plastic surgery, and then you don't come back to where all the regular people are who didn't have surgery. So it was two friends. It was a girl, she's the star, I forget her name, and it was a guy. They were best friends, and he made a promise that because his birthday was before hers, so he was going to have his surgery. So, but they made a pact that they would meet by the bridge after his surgery. After he had his surgery and he got flown out to Prettyville, wherever that was, they made a pact that they would meet by a bridge. So the time came, he left, the time came for them to meet, and he never showed up. So the main character, she snuck over there to Prettyland or Prettyville, whatever it is. What you said is Ville?
Spoiler alert.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I am. Gia says spoiler alert. We can't even see you, okay? You're supposed to be in this screen of this video, girl.
Spoiler
So, okay, so maybe I shouldn't do all that. But basically, what did I think about the movie? Maybe I am spoiling it because I'm giving y'all play-by-play. So long story short, this movie was basically everything you read in the description of the movie. It just talks about how people change who they are when they're 16, and ultimately it really changes your mentality. It changes who you are as a person because your personality changes. So yes, when you turn 16, you flew over to Prettyville to have the surgery, and ultimately the surgery just changed who you are, not just your looks. It changed your mindset, your personality, and you just not who you originally were. So that's what the movie was basically about. I gave out of 1 to 10, 10 being all that and 1 being trash. I give it an 8. An 8.5. It had some celebrities, well, some stars in there that I recognize from other movies. But what I will say is the message was it was good. It was good it's good for a young adult to watch that. It's good for, young kids to watch that because it is a lesson in the movie. So that's why I'm giving it an 8.5. It's a lesson there. When you start changing your appearance, your attitude changes, especially if you go do it if you go do it in surgery. My personal opinion, surgery is needed. For me, it would be for like a life changing or you going through something in life where you have to have surgery. It has to be something that you have to do. But cosmetic surgery, you don't have to do that. If you want to change things about yourself, your face, have too many bumps, drink water, you overweight, go to the gym, diet, you can change who you are without going under the knife. And I think that I liked the movie, and I gave it a high rating of 8.5 was because it was a message in the movie to young girls and boys all over. So that's why I kind of enjoyed it. What else you want to talk about, Gigi?
I don't really got a problem with cosmetic surgery. If you want to do that, you can do that. I personally wouldn't do it because I wouldn't like going under anesthesia or something that isn't physically going to hurt me.
So you're saying you don't like the whole anesthesia part, and you don't want to go under the knife, is what older people call it. You don't feel like you need to go under the knife unless it's something life-threatening.
Yeah, I'm not
That's
going
me.
under there for fun.
So we agree on that. Like if I have to have surgery, it got to be mandatory. It got to be like, well, my life is on the line. This will help me a better quality of life. Now, I guess, but
But I don't know how I'm gonna feel when I'm older. I may want to get plastic surgery. I don't think I would.
You're talking very low.
I don't know, if when I get older, I may want to get plastic surgery. I don't think I would, but yeah.
Well, you may change. You may want to get it, and that's your right, Right now, you're 13, When you're 18, 19, 20, 30, you may want to do it, And that's your prerogative, as Bobby Brown would say, That's your decision to do, That's your decision. So I think it's everybody's decision, ultimately, what you do with yourself when you're an adult. But I think it had a good message. So any young adults or any children that watch it, they got to see that, it was a message there. When you change who you are, it could possibly change your whole personality and who you truly are inside as a person, and trying to look like everybody, trying to be super pretty or trying to all look the same and have perfect lips and perfect eye color and a perfect face. That's just not realistic. Basically, that's what the movie was about. I gave it an 8.5. Gia, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being all that, 1 being trash, what do you give the movie? How would you rate it? What number would you give it?
10.
Oh, Gia gave it a 10. You know that's a very high rating. You giving it a 10? Okay. Well,
I've
Gia,
seen that it's a book collection.
it's a book. Gia said this movie, Uglies, is a series. And Gia, you know what? You have to get into school because you have to be in there by what time? Oh, it's almost time for Gia has to go, guys. So we'll talk to you guys another time. But that was our movie review about Uglies. Be safe. We love you guys. And if you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe to our channel. Give us some thumbs up if you like this video. And stay safe. Bye.